You can build a software product with flawless code and a stunning interface, and still generate zero revenue. Many engineering teams assume a superior tool will automatically attract users. They focus entirely on the build, leaving market distribution as an unexamined blind spot. Product strategy determines what you build. Go-to-market strategy determines exactly how you move that product from the codebase to the customer to capture predictable revenue. The B2B marketplace is crowded, cautious, and risk-aware. A wide chasm of friction and buyer apathy separates your isolated product from the massive swarm of potential customers. Bridging this chasm requires a systematic commercial operating system to identify, acquire, and convert buyers. We will build this architecture from the ground up. This bridge is the go-to-market engine, a sequential pipeline connecting what you built to the people who need it. Without this engineered bridge, a product cannot reach its user. A technical victory without a distribution engine is a commercial failure. The first component of this engine starts with the customer. A functional go-to-market strategy is built around customer pain, not product features. Selling to everyone dilutes your messaging and exhausts your sales team. It results in a product that tries to solve too many disconnected problems at once. To create focus, we apply a structural filter, restricting the total market down to a target market based on industry, geography, and size. We then install a stricter filter for the ideal customer profile, the exact company most likely to buy, succeed, and renew. If a poor fit customer slips past this filter, they become a liability. They drain support resources, demand custom features you shouldn't build, and inevitably cancel their subscription. But a company is just an abstraction. B2B purchases are made by a committee of individuals, each with distinct priorities. We map them using buyer personas. The company profile splits into specific roles, like the HR director, CTO, or finance lead. Each role evaluates the product differently. The CTO prioritizes technical integration and security, while the finance director cares exclusively about the return on investment. If you haven't defined who makes it through your ICP filter and what their specific persona requires, your sales team is pitching metrics to people who don't care about them. Pinpointing the exact buyer is necessary, but incomplete. Even a highly qualified prospect will ignore a list of technical specifications. Buyers purchase resolutions to their business pain. We must pass the raw product through a translation matrix, converting technical features into tangible business outcomes. AI automation is a feature. Reducing manual support workload so your team can resolve tickets twice as fast is an outcome. This translated outcome must then be categorized in the buyer's mind. Positioning is the mental shortcut a customer uses to understand exactly what your product is and why it matters in a crowded landscape. Effective positioning requires hard choices. You must define what specific clearly identify the legacy system or manual process you are replacing. Once value is defined, we install a pricing mechanism. Pricing is the exact monetary capture rate you assign to the business outcome you just delivered. Pricing communicates value. Setting the price too low damages the product's credibility. Setting it too high without clear justification halts adoption entirely. We then bundle these features into logical packages that match how your specific personas prefer to consume and pay for the value. This translation layer turns an abstract piece of software into a highly specific, correctly priced business solution that the market immediately recognizes. Now the priced product needs a physical path to reach the buyer. This operational pathway is the go-to-market motion. The architecture must route the product differently based on its complexity, the price point, and the buying behavior of the customer. High-value enterprise deals require a sales-led motion. This route is heavy with friction, requiring deep consultation, demonstrations, and security reviews. This path is resource-intensive. A company can only afford a sales-led motion if the final contract value easily offsets the massive cost of an extended sales cycle. For lower-cost, high-volume software, we use a product-led motion. Here, the product itself drives user acquisition and activation long before a human sales rep intervenes. This route requires seamless self-service sign-up and an interface that delivers value instantly, encouraging users to invite their colleagues. A third path is the partner-led motion. This routes your product through external agencies or technology integrations, leveraging their existing relationships to bypass traditional lead generation. Every marketing channel you deploy, whether targeted account outreach or organic search traffic, must align perfectly with the topology of the motion you selected. Forcing an intricate enterprise sales process onto a simple application will bankrupt the operation, regardless of the software's quality. A common operational error is treating a signed contract as the successful end of the pipeline. If a new user struggles with onboarding and cancels within months, the revenue lost exceeds the cost to acquire them. The system bleeds capital. Customer success protocols must be engineered into the back end, ensuring the buyer receives proper support and actually achieves the business outcome they paid for. Overseeing this entire structure is the final layer, revenue operations, or RevOps. RevOps acts as the central nervous system. It installs the telemetry and instrumentation necessary to track the flow, friction, and health of every junction in the pipeline. This team monitors the exact customer acquisition cost, tracks the lifetime value of retained accounts, and predicts revenue expansion. Without precise instrumentation from RevOps, a company is operating blindly. If you cannot quantify your pipeline's conversion metrics, your entire strategy is a guess. When fully assembled, the go-to-market engine functions as a unified, measurable system. Consider a corporate AI training platform. The system identifies a mid-sized firm, targets the HR director, translates technical curriculum into workforce productivity metrics, and routes the deal through a consultative sales motion. Engines fail when builders refuse to narrow their target audience, pitch technical features instead of outcomes, or deploy a sales motion that misaligns with buyer behavior. Flawless code and technical capability are baseline prerequisites. They grant you entry into the market, but they do not secure your position within it. A product wins when the right customer understands the right value, delivered through the correct logistical channel. That architecture is the definition of a go-to-market strategy.